I raised up with a family like most of my family, they're Fener fans. And that time Fener was like really one of the best teams in Europe. So they start to show. And I had a chance to play with them. When I get the contract, and one guy I remember, he told me like, hey, you did the easy part to come to Fener. The hard part is to stay and to keep playing there and to show yourself.
Tell me about the story when you were young, like you find this guy. And
you know what the best thing they did for me? They never come to my basketball life, They leave me alone. So I think this is the best thing they did for me. They be all of the time there. My dad, he was watching all my games without I know. Like he never come to me and say, why you don't pass, why you don't shoot?
People see you now living in Dubai, but they don't really know behind the scenes, like you stay up all day, go back home, stay with the strangers. It's not easy, and anything can happen. Mr. Doverioglu, who call you like this?
Oh, you remind me of someone.
Who?
My coach, old coach, Jelko. When he get mad.
He call you like that?
Mr. Duverioglu. And
really?
I think Jusha gonna, if you see this.
That's why Jusha call you like this.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was idea from Jusha.
No. Because he watched some couple games and he know that when Jelko called Mr. Duverioglu, that's why.
Makes sense. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. When
I think he got experience on that. That's why he called me that too. He got played. So.
For sure. Ahmed,
yes.
Welcome to
Step
Out Podcast, my man.
Thank
you for coming. It's for me. I think this is gonna be a great episode because I like your story, and you tell me some about your story, and I hope that everyone gonna like it too, because I think you are a very great example for a lot of kids over there.
Man. Thank you. I hope I can share my story with you.
Let's
you
go.
know some stories, but we're gonna have some more, maybe.
Okay, I can wait. Ahmed, how is to start for warm up? How is your experience here in Dubai or Dubai basketball?
It's great, man. It's great. Like, I can't lie. I didn't expect that gonna be that much quick to adjust to here, but for now, it's great. Nice city, nice weather, but the most important, nice basketball, nice teammates, nice staff, nice club, fans great. So everything's getting better than like what I expect.
And for you, it's so easier. It's easier because we are here in Dubai. They speak your same language.
Exactly.
But tell us, you are more Turkish or Jordanian? Because I feel like sometimes when you want, you are Jordanian. I around you in the... Wait, just let me finish. When we are in the airport, I can see when you talk with somebody from Jordanian, you talk in Arab, and you can. Then when you see somebody from Turkey, you start talking Turkey. You gotta decide. You can be in the middle like a politician.
I understand now that the conversation going every time. So, like, I'm a two nationality, guys. One Jordanian and Turkish. My mom is Turkish. My dad Jordanian. So, I can't choose one. Which one I prefer more. I like them both. But of course, like when the people they asked me before when I was living in Jordan, where would you live? Who you like more? I say I like Turkey. But then when I went to Turkey, then you start to miss the Jordan, So every time it depends on the situation, where you are, which benefits you want. So you change Jordan, Turkey. I'm proud for both of them. So,
I know. Yeah. I know because I can see it, and this is amazing thing. It happens to me a lot of times also when I talk with the other people from Ghana or Nigeria, and in that moment I don't really know what to choose. Ghana or Nigeria.
You had the experience exactly the same.
It's the same, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go back with this. Experience in Dubai, Ahmed. How you decided to do this change and why you choose this project that now is not project anymore, is something real.
You know that we hear a lot of rumors about Dubai. It's gonna be like some team in Europe. They're gonna play Euro League. So
I remember that,
and everyone was excited about that.
Mhm.
Of course, there is some benefits and there is some no benefits. Like it's far, it's away, it's a new organization, so it's gonna be tough. You know that's not gonna be easy when you play with a new organization. It's a new team, new players. But so far, like everything going better than what I expect. The team, the players, the staff, like the organization. You know, it's a new club. Sometimes you have some small issues, but like you can see that they improve a lot. They help us a lot in a lot of things. For me, decision it wasn't easy actually because I was thinking to stay in Turkey after I get my baby girl. So you know, it's not easy to move with now. You have priorities for you in your life. So your daughter, your wife, the family, mom, and my brothers. So actually, it wasn't easy to make a decision to come here.
Mhm.
But and I was like, should I? Because I didn't know nothing about that. But after we signed, after we came here, like I told you, and also depends on the situation now. When you are winner team or loser team. So when you be winning games, everything's going like you know it's getting better. Your
Yes.
life is getting better.
Yes.
So that I think
Less
also helped us
stress.
exactly. That I think also helped us. You know, I can lie. So one game per week, so you have more time with the family. A nice city, you spend with the family, like nice weather. So oh, so far it's good.
Yeah, and this is nice. You say a good thing about that. Like for me, that is the first time that I do one game per week. Is as you said is really nice for the time for with the family because we can stay with them a lot.
You know, you have two daughters also.
Yes, so you can I can see it like because when we travel is a really long travel.
Yeah.
So when you go home, you wanna stay home and you wanna stay with them, going to a park, doing
That's simple, you know.
simple.
Just stay in the
Yeah.
home, drink some coffee, eat some food, cook, spend time with my daughter, with my wife. That's it.
Yeah,
And practice. You know that we have one practice like spend. You know, we come early at 10.
yeah,
We leave at 3 sometimes. So when you finish your day, you have all day with the family.
yeah. I agree. Ahmed, okay, we had a warm up, so let's start with the first topic.
With the real talk now.
Real talk, yes. Let's come back when you was young. How was it to how you find basketball first? Like, cause you know everybody got his own story. How he find basketball. How you find basketball?
Like I can't say that I have an athlete family because you know my mom, my dad, they are doctors. My big brother used to play a little bit basketball. I think if he play, he gonna be much better than me. But you know he's the first kid of the house, so usually when you raise up with the doctor family, dad and mom, so they force the first kid special for the education, you know. So he became a doctor too. So I was following him. Sometimes we play like in the home. We have some small basketball rim. So sometimes we play there. But you know, I raised up in some place like you don't have anything about sports in where is my city at.
What do you mean anything?
You don't have athletes. You don't have a basketball court. You don't have like let's say the culture of the sport
Okay.
in my city.
Okay.
Because far like usually in Jordan you have more the things in that time in capital city. So my city is small city, so I didn't have the chance to play in some club in my hood, you know, or my city. Sometimes playing in the school with some kids, but with no rules, it's tough. Actually, I can't say like I start too early playing. Like I can't say also professional because in that time that when I play, I start to play 16 years old.
So you started 16.
16, 15. But if you want to say like a professional, I started at 21.
No, but let's come back when you start, like,
Yeah.
because you said that in the city where you born, when you grew up, there's no culture of sports, and for me to imagine that to grow up in the place where there's no culture of sports and to become EuroLeague championship, like, come on, man, like, it's tough.
Yeah.
The percentage to make it is
No, we were different. I was different.
Really
I was
less.
like in that time when the people they go like I like to play in the outside in the hoodies, but sometimes I spend a lot of time to watch like in that time Trace McGrady,
Ooh.
to watch Kobe. With my brother, we would go to the internet cafe to watch these things, like
Amazing.
1 hour, 2 hour watch, like all the highlights. Sometimes wake up in the 3 o'clock in the morning to watch the All-Star games. So I had that passion to watch the games, but I can't lie, I never expect to be in the EuroLeague to play. Every time when I start, so I start first in Jordan, so then I start to go every day like to the capital city. I had a chance to show myself in some team.
And how long was like from your small town to the capital city? Like
it's like so it's like this. You go in the evening, you can't find the transportation, but in the nights when I way back, I never find transportation. So it's a different way. So sometimes it take me like when I go 2 hours, 1.5 hours, but with the way back it take me like 2.5 hours. Sometimes take me 3 hours in the night. So it was tough actually. It wasn't easy to go to the play basketball. For me, it was tough.
But sorry if I go deeper, like, but how you find that in the capital was the team? Like there is a team,
Like I said, my dad found some guy, and because my brother was told, so he just say they want to try, so he started to play. Then I started to go with him a couple times, but then he got the last year in the school, so he have to come back and stay. Then I started to play. They look at me, tall, chubby guy, fat guy. I show you the pictures.
Yeah.
Maybe you put the picture in the.
Okay.
I send it to you. So then I started to play. Then they started like seeing the tall guy, but I'm telling you, I was like I can't even finish under the basket. I can't dribble. I'm just tall guy who try to run from point A to B. But I had a desire to be better because I said, okay, now I'm 16. I want to be the best in my generation. So they called me for national team. After 2 weeks, you out. So they sent me. They didn't accept me in the national team. So then the big guy get injured. Then they called me again. Then I said, okay, now I had my chance to show myself. So step by step. Then I want to be the first five in the team. Then I start to be the first five under my age. Then you start to be in the club. Some club they ask for me. Then I say I want to be the best big guy in my team in the club. Then I be the best guy. Then I want to be the best guy in Jordan. Then I try to be every time I compete myself, but I never put a target to be in the NBA, because in that time I didn't know what that draft mean.
Yeah.
How to go into Turkey. I never think about this. I was thinking about the moment. Just this year, I want to be the best this year, what I can do. So, step by step. And that I had a long way. For 4 years, I go this, in the morning, sometimes I wake up because my last year in Jordan, I moved my high school to capital city. But I still live in my city.
Oh my God.
So
how many hours?
It's like 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah, so I wake up in the morning at 5 o'clock. I go to another city. From that city, I go to the capital city because if you go directly, it's going to send you somewhere else. So that was better for me. Then I finish. I have practice at 5. I finish school at 2. So I have nowhere to stay. Then I go to the gym. I just take a couple snacks, bad snacks. I can't say good because, that time you don't want to spend money.
You take whatever
you
find.
go through this. So waiting in the bench, this small bench in the ground. I was sleeping there, put my bag, I have big bag, shoes, my all practice books, everything. I wait for my teammate to come to wake me up. Then I practice with my generation team, and then they ask me for the big team.
Team.
I start 5-7, then 1 hour break, and then the big team came at 8. Practice with the A team. I'll be done. Then I go home. I go to the other city, same. From that city, I go to my city, but it's there's no transportation.
But what time you come back home?
Sometimes 12, sometimes 1, and the next day I wake up at 5 again, and I go again to the school. The same thing in the next day.
For how many years?
This is for for almost 2 years.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. So basically you stay out all day.
Yeah.
All day.
In the street.
And how you can come back? If there is no bus in the night, how you can come back?
Okay, there is some people they go to that city with they have pickups. We say, the pickups.
Yeah.
The guys who live in the village, they want to go back to the city.
Yeah.
So they take 4 people randomly and they go. I know it's not safe. Don't do it to your kids, but that's the only way to come back. But I get like I knew a lot. It's helped me a lot in my life. It's helped me a lot. Like I knew how to talk with the people, how to deal with the people,
The strangers.
strangers in the night. And you go between the city and city. It's like a desert. Like between my city and this is like 50, 60 kilometers. It's all in desert, all darkness, nothing.
Damn.
So it wasn't easy for my dad. Like my dad was waiting outside every time in the garden until I came back. But for me, I never like complain about this. I like it because even my mom, she said, I never see you complain. But if you tell me now to do this, no way. With the new car, with the driver, no way. It's not easy. In that time, I had the passion. I have the, let's say, to do this. And I think this is the fruits of
The
my
fresh energy.
yes.
when
And
you're
this is
young.
the fruit of my, let's say, the tiredness in that time.
That's amazing, Ahmed, because like this conversation I'm always taking with my cousin. Like people see you now living in Dubai, you accomplish great things with the national
Great
team,
life.
great
Sun.
life, son. But they don't really know behind the scenes. Like you stay up all day, go back home, stay with the strangers, it's
All
not
of us.
it's not easy, and anything can happen at that time.
Yeah.
You never know because you just how old are you at that time? Like
16,
16.
17, 18, 19,
you know,
9 years.
yeah, so yes, Ahmed, after that, talk about your experience, how you get in Fenerbahce, because I know for you is nothing special, but for me, where you come from and to hand in Fener in the perfect timing, in the peak, I think, of Fener, and win the EuroLeague. How was it like? How you get there? And tell us also how was it to be in the Final Four and this and that.
Man, I'm gonna start. When I was in Jordan my last year, so I decided, talk with some of my friends. I said, I'm going to Turkey. I'm not staying in Jordan anymore. So my family was already in the summer in Turkey, so I just picked my bag. I just came from Korea, from tournament with the national team. I didn't go home. I buy a ticket. I go immediately from Jordan to Turkey. So I decided to I wanted to have a chance to play in the third division, second division, just to let the people see me like, hey, we have one guy like he's Turkish, unknown, he want to play here. I didn't expect to be like, to play in this first division. It wasn't in my mind in the first beginning. Then I was in the the ferry boats, the ferry boats between the sea, like city in Istanbul, like we have some ferry boats.
Yes, of course.
And one guy saw me. He's my agent now. He see me like I'm tall. He said like he asked me like, do you play basketball? We were like, yeah, you tall, you play basketball. I said, yeah, I play basketball. He said, where do you play? Where are you from? I said, I'm from Turkey. And he said like, do you play professional? I said, yeah, I play in the Jordan national team. This. And he said, I'm an agent. Like, give me your contact. I give him my contact. Then I said, I'm sending you highlight because I already did with my friend Sinan. He's also like mother Turkish, dad Jordanian. We did a highlight. So I sent it to this agent. They checked, then he called me. He said, okay, we're gonna arrange something for you. And then they sent me to some team in Tofaş. I was almost going to sign there, but then by the time he called me and they said like, FS are interested about you. I said, you're joking. He said, no, it's a deal finished. I think we are signing with FS. I didn't believe him in the beginning because I didn't believe like when he said like that. I called the phone. I called my dad. I said, this agent is like joking with me. He said, I'm signing with FS, and I'm crying like I was emotional. So yeah, then we come back. We went to FS. We signed. And then, man, I remember the first time when I signed the jersey, like, they give the jerseys and we sign them, like here in Dubai, in Fener. So my first time, they say, you have to sign this jersey for the fan. I said, damn, a couple weeks ago, I would take this jersey, like, hang it in my room, like, and sign. Now you are signing one of these jerseys. It was so quick for me. Like, you go from A to Z, like, I didn't go between these, I go through a lot of things in Jordan. But to play from that level, to go to the highest level.
So quick.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I played in my 2 years in FS. You know, then I had a chance to play with Fener. That's what the big deal for me. Like when I hear that to play with Jelko, you know, like everyone want to play with Jelko, with that team, with Fener. And I'm a Fener fan when I was a kid. Like,
Okay.
you know, my cousin, I can't say like I'm so fanatic, but you know, I raised up with a family like most of my family, they're Fener fans. And that time Fener was like really one of the best teams in Europe. So they start to show. And I had a chance to play with them. When I get the contract, and one guy I remember, he told me like, hey, you did the easy part to come to Fener. The hard part is to stay and to keep playing there and to show yourself. Everyone can go and sign.
Yeah.
So I remember that. I never forgot about that. Like before I signed, he's one of my agent's friend. And this, how I get there in Fener.
Damn. Like you said, a thing that is really important and happen also here in Dubai now that everything is going on with the club. That yes, at that time everybody wants to sign in Fener because every year they fight for the title, but not just the Turkish title. Like
the year before they was in the final. You know that they lost in the overtime against CSKA.
Yes, I remember that. And so your experience in Fener was amazing, I think, and you help a lot that team. I think you were just not like the random guy that just stay there because he's Turkish, you know. You was playing, you know, like you had a good role.
Yes, because I was hungry in that time. You know, when you came from somewhere small, so you have a big opportunity in front of you, you have everything, so you cannot be like, okay, I did it, you know. I was so hungry that I want to do something here now. I want to I take that word when he told me like to stay here, that the real deal. So I said, okay, I have to work hard. And really, we were working so hard in that time. So I was young. I was in the roster in the EuroLeague in the beginnings. Like, you know, they were checking. Then I said, I want to be in the roster in the EuroLeague. And I can lie, Jelko, he helped me a lot. He is one of the biggest impact for me in my life and career, in basketball career. He did a lot, for most of the young guys. It's tough to play with him. It's not easy. But believe me, if you know how to deal with him, if you know how to, what you understand him, it's gonna be good for you. It's gonna make you better.
Yeah, and tell me this about, then we come back to you. And one thing that I realized with Jelko, every team he go, they love him. How this is possible? Like, you know, a lot of coaches go there, you know, and they struggle.
Man. He have an aura.
Yes, you know what I mean?
But, but when you check his history, it's not from nothing. You see how many EuroLeague titles he had.
Yes.
With Pana, with Madrid, with...
And now make all sense.
He have a lot, he's a guy, he know about basketball. So for the players to play with him, like I say, it's not easy. It's tough. It's too much pressure. But you have to handle that pressure. When you handle that pressure, and then you can play
And how you handle that pressure?
I can't lie, it wasn't easy. Sometimes I was checking the walls because you play in the club, they have fans, they have a target, let's say, they have a pressure, you know. So for me to handle that pressure, first of all, I have to take my eyes every day to the practice, in the morning, in the nights, every day. That's the thing that you take a little bit pressure from you because you do your job.
Yes, I agree.
So I understand, first of all, the most important step is to do your job. So I came in the mornings, you practice in the mornings individually. Then you come before the practice, you shoot after practice. You work hard, you can't be lazy, you have to think, and you have to listen to him. Because you can ask a lot of players about him. In Fener, you have a lot of details. You have a lot of plays, you have a lot of reads, so you have to pay attention to
And especially for big men.
Yes.
You got a screen, then turn screen, another screen. For guards and 3 men, it's easy. You see the screen coming, you know that you got to go there. But for big men, when I play as a 4...
And he rely on the big men too.
This.
And I got lucky because I had a great big mans in the team at that time. I had Jan Vesely, I had Ekpe Udo.
Oh my God,
So you know,
Ekpe.
yeah, Pero Antic, they're experienced players, and they helped me a lot to adjust, because for me it wasn't easy to get all these informations in couple months and couple years. It's not easy from you to come from basketball. Like even I wasn't know some words in English like for what they mean. So I try to be focused like on what he want, and then when you watch the other guys how they play, and you get all the information, so this reduce the pressure on me. And I say first thing, to focus and to work.
Yeah. And how was the final fours? You land, you go there.
I didn't know that it's that much important before I go in. I was like, okay, we play games, I'm with the team, we work hard, like we get sometimes losing, winning, but when I get in the final four, I saw that organization is so big and so important. Because my first year,
Where was it? The final four.
it's my first one in Istanbul.
Istanbul.
So yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. It was great. You know, you play in your city. All the fans, all the people, like it's the first EuroLeague champion for Turkey. Man, it was great. Yeah, it was the first EuroLeague champion.
Was really?
Yeah.
With all the years was
Yeah,
the
this
I
was the
didn't
first
know.
one for Fener. And then FS got it 2 times.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy, man. I remember like it was special moments, but for me the most special one was the one after, because I feel like I had more role in the team.
Mm-hmm.
I have more like I know the team. I know the EuroLeague more,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was more role for me in the playoffs and in the Final Four in that time. So I think the second one for me is okay. The first one we got the championship, but for me the second one was like more special for me.
Yeah. You know, one thing that I like from you is that you had like you never win the EuroLeague, and this is one thing that I like, really. Like you said, yeah, it's great thing, but
You know, it's nice. I like you be proud of these
Yeah.
like things, but you know, in the end, a lot of people they win out of championships, so you have to go through with it,
Yeah.
and you have to stay humble. I think this is the most
True.
important thing in our life. We are athletes,
yes,
like we said in the beginning. You said like young people, we're gonna talk about something, but the most important, I think, to stay humble.
yeah,
You had a great career, but you see a lot of people they had great careers, a great history, but it depends on how is the character, you know.
mm-hmm.
I would like the people they remember me with my character more than what I did.
Nice.
So, of course, you be proud. Of course, you want to do your best. But I think it's not only if you make championship, the people they gonna respect you for that.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That's-
Yeah, this is I told you this is the thing that I really likes from you, and so how was it like? I know it's tough to remind, but I think it's a great thing to talk good about him. How was the relationship with your father, especially that moment, when you won, how was it with him,
I don't want to get emotional now.
I know,
Just,
brother. I know, but these things, I think,
Yeah, like
if you are like this, you gotta also
know,
thank him. So
man, my mom, my dad, like they, okay, they never. You know what the best thing they did for me? They never come to my basketball life. You know, they leave me alone. So
Okay.
I think this is the best thing they did for me. They be all of the time there. My dad, he was watching all my games without I know. Like he never come to me and say, "Why you don't pass? Why you don't shoot?"
Okay.
But I knew that sometimes he talked with my mom or talked to my brothers, but he never came to me. Say, every time, like he said, "Hey, you did good job, great job." I see he cut all the newspaper now in my house. Like I didn't even know. Like I see like a
No
big
way.
bag. Like he cut all my news, all my pictures in Jordan newspaper. Like even when I was 17, 16. So for me, like I knew that he was proud of me. That's the most important thing for me.
nice.
And I remember that sometimes I struggle a lot, with the confidence, with the, sometimes you play bad. So
Yeah.
I told her, like, I was even look at the walls, like, in Fener, like, how I'm going to do it. Like, my dad, he understand how I feel. And then I remember he didn't, like, he didn't tell me in my face, but he write me a letter, like, maybe 20 page. And sometimes when I feel like unconfident, I read them as like I now on my phone. Sometimes I read that, like I read couple parts. Like he remind me, like he just said, like no one know what you go through. Like you come from nowhere and you did this. So you don't need to listen to anybody like what they talk about you, what they think about you. Just be proud of yourself. Your family are proud. You make money. You deserve this. So just be proud and thanks to the God, nothing else. And just know where you come from. Just remember that kid, he never expect anyone to be a basketball player in Jordan. And now you play here. Maybe some people, they're going to talk bad about you. Maybe some fans, they're going to throw the rocks on you like they talk. He said, doesn't matter. There is million of people, they won't be in your situation, in your position. You know that. I'm talking about athlete even. So sometimes when you think, yeah, we have up and downs, we have tough times, but I think the good thing is to go like, to come back even stronger and more like you know how to deal with it. So for me, my dad was one of the biggest step for me in these things.
No, man. I know that it's tough to explain this, but you know, us as athletes, we don't really share about our loves with our parents. You know, I think one is really important because let's say now when you're young and somebody asks you who is your hero and you say this player, this you know, this singer, this artist. But in the end of the day, who grew up? Who take care of you? Who sacrifice his life for your, you know? Most of the time are the parents, or in a worst time maybe is a uncle, I don't know, grandparents, but are
you never
in the
know
family.
These things before you being father. Like every time he was like talking, do this. I said, when we know we kids, like, hey, I know what I'm doing this, but when you have a baby, you know that
Yes.
they want you to be better than what you are and better than them. So yeah, man, I think I'm.
Ahmed, let's talk about your national team, like Jordan.
Yeah,
I keep joking about Jordan,
Michael Jordan,
23, this and that every time. You are really proud of your national team. How is your
of course,
your experience during the years? Be one of the most important players of one nation is a great thing. How was it?
You know, for me to play there is special actually because I feel different. I feel like with my real family, the old brothers, like the old teammates. So you understand that too. Like when you grow up with some teammates, so it feels for me like most like home. And you know, I spend most of my summer with the national teams. First of all, it's a pride for me to play with this team to represent my country where I grew up. And for me, there's a different role when I play in the national team. So that's like, you have to be more responsible with this team because you play in the different nations, huge difference between the role I get in Europe and the different role I get in Asia and with this team.
You feel that pressure?
I can't say I feel the pressure actually because for me, changing only the roles, I feel more responsibility than the pressure from these teams, you know, but I can't say like I have more pressure. But I think we're doing good. Like we had I went 2 times with the national team to the World Cup. Like no one expected that because, you know, we struggle a little bit in our nation. Like I said, the culture of basketball is getting better a little bit, but there's no league now in Jordan. I know my teammates.
There's no league?
Now, there's no league now. Maybe they're gonna start again.
Come on, Ahmed, open one team.
Maybe in the future. I'm thinking we'll see if I can do something. But really, I want to help the team. Like I want to help the future. Like now we have nice kids. They went to the World Cup now.
Nice.
The under 18.
I remember that.
We watched the games. I watched the games. Yeah. Like we have a generation. I don't want this generation to stop. You know, that's the thing now for me to be with Jordan more. So I wanna help the kids more, especially not in the capital city, from where I come from, like the small cities in around, because you have some future kids. They just need like some hands to help them, you know.
Yeah.
So this is one of the things that I want to do. So that's why like I start to work on this to help more people, because you have a good national team and we want to keep this.
Mm.
But now we are in time struggling a little bit,
Okay.
especially in this last couple months in the national team, because now we changed the federations.
Okay.
So I hope that we're gonna deal with this good.
And tell me about the story when you were young, like you find this guy and you
That's one of the craziest moments for me in basketball. Actually, I can't say basketball; it's my life. Like,
say,
you know Jum'ah, the prayer of Jum'ah. So one time I was in the capital city with my family. So me and my brother, we went to the mosque to pray the Jum'ah. So we were in the back, like sitting, and I saw in the front, like one guy is standing, like he's so tall, like you can see the people
and big.
and big, like big shoulders, like he's huge. You can see that. Even in the beginning, I was like 14, 13 years old. I didn't understand like if this guy is a human or something, because he was far a little bit. Then never mind. Then we pray. We finish the pray. Then we go out. And then my brother, he was like standing on some shoes, like something. I said, what's wrong? He said, look at the shoes, so big. I said, damn. I saw one guy like he's so tall. Maybe this guy. Let's wait for him, like, let him come out and we talk with him. Then we wait in the door outside. Then he come out. Like one guy come with this, the thobe, brown, I remember, brown thobe, the dress, like
Nice.
the Arab thobe, and with the jacket, leather. It's so humble, like, And he come out and he look at, he smile on us, and we talk, hey, you are so tall. The normal kids, they're telling us now, you are so tall. He laugh on us, he say, yeah. He say, you play basketball? He say, I play basketball before. I say, where you play? He say, I play in NBA. Oh, really? But I didn't know him at that time. In that time, by the way, we were like collecting all the Islam magazines, me and my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, where you playing? Houston Rockets? I said, yeah. At that time, I was a fan of Tracy McGrady. I was a fan of Houston Rockets. I said, okay. Then I go home. Then I start searching magazines. Then I found like a story, like maybe 6 pages in Islam magazine about Hakeem Olajuwon. I said to my brother, hey, this guy is him, Hakeem Olajuwon. He said, yes. So I didn't know him in that time.
That's crazy.
But I was 13, 14, and this guy like was so humble. He talked with us, and I started to be like, I want to cry. How I didn't know him, how I didn't talk to him more, because we talked like 2 minutes and then we left. We like, I can't say I didn't believe that he played in Houston Rockets. He's told maybe he's scamming us or something. Man, then I saw him. I said, and then I checked the news. I read about him. Then I knew that he lived in Jordan. He studied Arabic in Jordan. I think he married one Jordanian woman, and he live he have a house. He come a lot to Jordan. Then he come to couple of practices. But I was in Turkey that time to couple of practices of national team 2 times.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hakeem.
Yeah. The Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It's not regular NBA player.
No. You see.
Hakeem 2 times.
He was
NBA
but
champ.
you can, he was so humble. He was laughing on us. I never forgot. He said, okay, I'm coming to practice to watch you guys. But then I left to Turkey. I didn't ever see him again.
Yeah.
But I will find him in Jordan.
Hey man, this is one of the beauty about our religion. It makes you really humble.
Yeah.
And because a lot of people, and also when you're in Europe, even when I grew up, people they just see the bad thing. You can do this, you can do that, but they don't see the positive, the peace. The peace that gives you that type of our religion. So alhamdulillah. Ahmed, amazing. This is our second conversation, because the first one was it's damaged, so we gotta. But this one, I like it. This one is amazing, Ahmed, and congrats, because you're doing great. You got beautiful family. You are beautiful example for your country and for the kids.
Thank you, Sam, man. I see you the same way, man. Thank you very much for inviting me, Abi.
Yeah.
It was very nice. I know this time it was a little bit emotional, But
Hey,
we can
man.
have it next times, maybe.
Of course.
Anytime. I like it, man. For me, the first podcast, I remember I told you that time. This one also the first gonna be showed. But thank you, man. For
It's
the-
different. I can see your body language is different.
Yeah.
You're faster. You control the.
No,
momentum.
man. I still need too much for like to be like you. I need
No,
too much.
stop
Man.
it. Stop it. Me.
No. You had experience, man.
Ah. Thank you,
Thank
Ahmed.
you, man. Thank you.
Let's get it.